Thank you, everyone, for coming. Welcome to Synergize. My name is Mary Wagner, and I'm from the Smith Office of Alumni Relations. I'm excited to have you all here to learn more about our Centers of Excellence. Just a few administrative notes before we get started. The initial portion of this webinar will be recorded, but the breakout sessions will not be. Please leave yourself on mute to reduce background noise until you're ready to speak. I'm sure all the center directors will want you to be talking and engaging with them within the breakout rooms. You're welcome to leave your camera on if you wish. We do recommend that you turn on speaker view to be able to have a larger picture of who is speaking. So we'll start this afternoon with a brief overview of all of our participating centers, starting with our Center of Excellence. And I'd like to introduce Dr. Roland Russ, Executive Director of the Center of Excellence, to share.
Great, thanks, Mary. How much time would you want me to take?
You have about 90 seconds.
Okay. All right. Well, the Center for Excellence in Service is something that is essentially a continuation of a center that I started at Vanderbilt University, where I used to be a faculty member. And when I moved to Maryland in 2000, I basically created a new center here that's now the Center for Excellence in Service. So that is sort of the history of it. We've been involved with a number of projects that I'll go into greater detail about in the breakout. But we're active worldwide and have really at this point a worldwide reputation in the area of service. And so that's probably, I don't know whether that's 90 seconds or not, maybe, but I guess I got a little bit of extra time. Some of the major things that we're doing are, first of all, the world's foremost annual service research conference, Frontiers in Service Conference. And that'll be held in Amelia Island, Florida in 2021. It was supposed to be this year, but we had to move it because of the COVID pandemic. And then the following year, we'll have it in the Netherlands in Maastricht, and the following year it'll be in Montreal. And another of the major things that we are involved with is the Journal of Service Research, which we sponsor. It's the top service research journal in the world and the 11th highest cited journal in all of business. So that's my 90 seconds, I think, so I better quit.
Thank you, Roland. Next up, we have Rebecca Bellinger, Executive Director for our Center of Global Business.
Great, thank you, Mary. The Center for Global Business is the hub of global learning and activity at the school. We primarily create opportunities for the entire Smith community, including local industry, and you, our illustrious alumni, to gain global mindset and international business skills. And we do this primarily in 5 different areas. The first is student programming. Think international case competitions, global consulting, study abroad when it's possible, internships, and so on. We also do the second area in thought leadership and research, including our video series, The Global Pulse. We also do faculty and curriculum development, school international partnerships, and the 5th area is capacity building programs for SMEs. Programs like Export Tech and our webinar series on exporting. We are also one of 15 nationally recognized centers in the United States to have received a Title VI grant through the SIDE program of the U.S. Department of Education. Of special note this year, we've launched a new initiative called the #KeepGlobalSmith, which supports innovations in global teaching and programming so that students and partners can continue to engage with the world even while travel and study abroad is not possible. And much of the content in that initiative focuses on global business resilience. And I am pleased to unveil here for the very first time one of the initiatives under Keep Global Smith, which is the Maryland Business Adapts Initiative, which will document how companies have pivoted during the pandemic and also bring business leaders together in a roundtable, perhaps virtually, in the spring to share best practices in managing international risk. And I look forward to talking with all of you more in the breakout rooms about these initiatives and other ways that you can reconnect with the center and our globally minded students.
Thank you, Rebecca. Next up, Dr. Kenyon Crowley for our Center for Health Information and Decision Systems, otherwise known as CHIDS.
Thank you, Mary. And hello, everyone. As Mary said, I'm Kenyon Crowley, and I serve as Managing Director of CHIDS. We're a research center of excellence based in the Decision Operations and IT department here at the Smith School. We work closely with industry, health system, government, and other key stakeholders on a range of pressing health system issues, which if you or a loved one has had a health issue in the past, you can probably surmise there's not a shortage of challenges to work on. So our research has been focused on recent years on understanding how artificial intelligence and digital healthcare technologies can be better deployed and designed to address outcomes such as patient safety, healthcare quality, efficiency in healthcare delivery, and a reduction in healthcare disparities. CHIDS is staffed by well-known scholars in healthcare analytics, technology innovation, and information systems. Our faculty partners hail both from the Smith School, but also from partners across the University of Maryland network, such as the School of Medicine, Public Health, Computer Science, and Engineering. Each year, we host dozens of students that work on a range of projects that combine data science and strategy to foster new knowledge on improving healthcare. And it also makes them highly marketable. We run an AI lab in partnership with Inovalon, which has brought AI-centric products to market. And we're working to continue to drive innovation to understand how AI and human talent can both be combined for effective ways. And excited to announce here, as Rebecca did, but I have my own exciting announcement. We're launching an AI Leadership for Healthcare Short Course series in partnership with Smith Exec Ed. So that's going to kick off this January, if that may be of interest to some of you. So thank you very much. And I look forward to meeting some of you more, and we welcome Smith Community Engagement and our pursuit of better healthcare for all. Thanks.
Thank you, Kenyon. Next, I'd like to introduce Dr. Catherine Bartol, Director for the Center of Leadership, Innovation, and Change, also known as CLIC.
As our overall name implies, we work in the area of leadership development with some emphasis on innovation and change because that's so critical for leaders at every level. We have some of the best researchers in leadership in the center, and in that sense, we're somewhat of a think tank. But we're also very interested in the practice of leadership. Our philosophy in that area can be summed up with the words of the well-known executive coach, Marshall Goldsmith: "What got you here won't get you there." We have a range of things we do to foster career-long leadership learning. Some of these are featured research on our website that talks about the practical implications. We have special reports for companies that work with us. We run a series of lunch and learn activities that often involve alums as speakers and are mainly aimed at MBA students. We do executive coaching, mainly with students, but sometimes with alums, and we do referrals. And we have development workshops. A number of these have been in conjunction with alums. Some of the topics have been executive presence, resilience, branding, unconscious bias. We're always interested in how best to collaborate with alums, so I look forward to talking with you further.
Thank you, Kay. The next is Nima Farshi, our Director for the Center of Social Value Creation.
Hi, everyone. My name is Nima, and I'm the Director of the Center for Social Value Creation. I'm also an undergraduate and MBA alum from the Smith School. Here at CSVC, we have a mission to educate, engage, and empower our students to create a better world through business. We have a vision of a world where businesses operate for the long-term value of both people and planet, whether it's in diversity, equity, and inclusion, circularity, showing how businesses can help us reach the sustainable development goals, or optimizing portfolio management through environmental, social, and governance metrics. We develop our Smith community to become the next generation of leaders. Our center focuses on experiential learning opportunities, enhancing our curricular experience, and being thought leaders in our greater community. From our Impact Consulting Fellowship, where teams of MBAs, master's students, and undergraduates work together on a pro bono consulting program with an alumni advisor, to speaker events, to sharing best practices for our students and creating digestible content for them to utilize both inside and outside the classroom. CSVC loves community on how in 2020 profit and purpose are becoming synonymous. Excited to share more in our breakout room, and if you're unable to attend, feel free to scan our QR code or click the link tree in the slide. Thanks.
Thanks, Nima. Next, I'd like to introduce Dr. Sally Simpson, Director for the Center of Study of Business, Ethics, Regulations, and Crime, which is a joint center between the Smith School and the College of Behavioral and Social Sciences.
Thank you, Mary, and welcome everyone. I am the director of the Center for the Study of Business Ethics, Regulation, and Crime, otherwise known as CBERC. Because we are an interdisciplinary center, we have leadership represented in the center from a variety of different units on campus, including criminology and criminal justice, public policy, and a number of departments within the business school, including accounting, business law, finance, organization, and management. And 2 representatives from the Smith School will be with me in the breakout room, Gideon Mark and Emmanuel Zur, and you can learn more about them in the breakout room. As far as the mission goes, our goal is to scientifically confront, assess, evaluate, and develop best practices and policy in the areas of business ethics, regulation, and crime. And we see as our key constituents researchers, students, and businesses. As far as serving the needs of our constituents, we see this falling in 4 main areas: the production and sharing of knowledge through invited speakers, which often include alums. We have a funded lecture series from the Fischlinger family. Our most recent Fischlinger lecture was former Congressman Barney Frank of the Dodd-Frank legislation. And we've also had a number of conferences. We also generate new knowledge through grants, which I can talk about later. We have links to other centers on campus over in the law school as well, and developing partnerships with the state of Maryland. We have undergraduate and graduate students who are fellows. We have a study abroad program that we've developed in cybercrime and cybersecurity in Israel that we are looking forward to launching, and a graduate certificate that we can talk more about. So I look forward to meeting all of you and joining Emmanuel and Gideon in the breakout. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sally. Next, I'd like to introduce Holly DeArmond from the Dingman Center for Entrepreneurship.
Thanks, Mary. Hi, everyone. Like Mary said, I'm Holly DeArmond. I'm from the Dingman Center for Entrepreneurship. And our mission is to create an inclusive environment where we empower, equip, and educate entrepreneurs on the business skills they need to launch a business. There's a lot of activity and innovation and entrepreneurship here at the university, and really where the Dingman Center's expertise sits is the business skills you need to be an entrepreneur. And we have a deep portfolio of venture creation programs and events. One of our signature programs you may be familiar with is the Pitch Dingman competition. It's a Shark Tank style pitch competition where students compete for $65,000 in seed funding. We also run a summer venture accelerator called TERP Startup, where all the entrepreneurs get seed funding, co-working space, coaching, and workshops. And then we have a very active Ladies First initiative, which is our commitment to encouraging more female student entrepreneurs across campus to trying entrepreneurship. And that program really focuses on the soft skills of being a leader. And we engage alumni as advisors in these programs, as mentors, as lecture leads, as class speakers. So we use a lot of our talented alumni to help our students grow their ideas. And finally, we also manage one of the area's most active angel investor networks. It's called the Dingman Center Angels. And we invest in mid-Atlantic early stage companies. So you don't have to be an alum to pitch or to join the network, but we certainly have funded a lot of alumni-led companies. And a lot of our investor members are alumni as well. So I'm going to go take a deeper dive into all of these things during our breakout room. So I'll see you there. Thanks.
Thank you, Holly. And last but not least, I'd like to introduce Jacqueline Manger, Managing Director of the Ed Snyder Center for Enterprise and Markets.
Thanks, Mary. Hi, everyone. I too am an alumni of the great Robert H. Smith School of Business. Happy to see you all here today. At the Ed Snyder Center, we drive innovation through the application of research on enterprise and markets to real-world challenges, and we educate thought leaders and influencers like all of you. We have nearly 30 interdisciplinary researchers affiliated with the center, including faculty from the business school and from history, economics, and philosophy from over in arts and humanities. And we share our thought leadership through a regular Forbes column, the Snyder Focus website, and the Ink Tank podcast. We educate and inform in order to create a world where social progress is born of free and creative individuals who, driven by self-motivation, passion, and a positive approach to trading value for value, make the world a better place. Our view of enterprise begins at the individual. And we believe that it's morally good for individuals to strive for their own happiness, and that pursuit of economic self-interest simultaneously benefits the economic self-interest of all others. Programs like our Intentional Life Lab enable students to engage in self-discovery and self-determination so they can take advantage of the freedom of choice available in a free market system. So we have some very interesting opportunities for alumni to engage with our center and directly impact our students through various programs. And I look forward to sharing more in our breakout room, where I'll be joined by my colleague, Sarah Wolluck, director of our Intentional Life Lab, and I also believe one of our program coordinators, Caitlin Stifler. Thanks.